Namaskar. Today we will learn chapter 4 of your science textbook. Chapter 4 is heat, which comes from the branch of science called physics. Every day we come across a range of substances or objects which are hot, which are cold. Say a cup of hot milk, say a cup of tea, ice cream, ice. When we bathe in sun outside for some time and after a while we start feeling hot. So what is it? Heat. Heat is a form of energy which helps us to decide the hotness and the coldness of any object. Now, have you wondered that how is your mother is able to cook up the food for you when she uses a pan and a gas stove? How does heat transfer from here to here and from here to your food? So let's explore in this video the methods of heat transfer. There are three methods of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. Now let's talk about conduction. Now there is a source of heat. There is a flat surface of this pan which is a solid. Now when there is a direct contact between the bottom of the pan and the heat source, there is a direct touch. Now especially in solids, when there is a direct touch or a contact, the heat is transferred from one to another end. Now let's see. Here I put some seeds and there is a direct touch. Now you see these seeds, they start popping up. How wonderful is it? So the heat is transferring from a heat source to pan, and from pan it passes to these seeds. Now these seeds, they start popping up and starts moving. So this is called conduction, a method of heat transfer. So especially in solids, the heat is transferred from one to the other end when there is a complete touch and contact between solids. Now let's talk about the second method of heat transfer, which is called convection methods. Especially in liquid and gas, this method is applicable. Now there is water in this container and this water is being boiled up. Now these are some mustard seeds. When I put mustard seeds, these mustard seeds, if you see closely, they are at the bottom and see, they start coming up suddenly. This shows that water at the bottom is being boiled now. Now, what happens? What makes these seeds to come up? Now, the answer to this is not magic, it's science. When the water warms, similarly, when air warms, when the water or air warms, they rise up and the cold air and cold water goes down. This cycles keeps happening. The warm rise up, the cold comes down. The warm, again it gets warm, rise up, the cold comes down. So this is called convection method. Happens in liquid and gases. The warm liquid and warm gas rise up. Now, during winters, what do? To get warm, you keep yourself or keep your hands near the heat source. Now, there is air around this gas stove and around the heat source. The air around this heat source get warmer and rise up and they reaches to your hands and your hand starts feeling warmer. So this is also an example of convection. Now the third method of heat transfer is your radiation. The sun radiates. You must have heard some useful radiations, some harmful radiations from sun. So when you sit outside and when you bathe in sun, the sun gives us radiation. So that your body gets heated due to radiations coming from sun. Now this is called radiation method. So conduction, radiation and convection. Now let's have a look what we have learned in this video. Heat is a form of energy which helps us to decide an object as hot or as cold. There are three methods of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. Conduction happens only in solids. Convection happens in liquid and gases. For conduction and convection, there shall be a medium between objects to pass the heat. Like in conduction, there is a solid and there is a contact. So direct contact helps in conduction. Now in convection, in liquid and gases, the particles, they start passing their heat. And in radiation, the sun radiates its energy. So this are the mode of transfers of heat. Thank you.